And we're live. Welcome
Nice.
back to the Little and Large podcast. How you doing, Lewis?
Yeah, per usual, I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, doing all right. Doing all right. We're back week 5 now.
Fuck, is it? Oh god,
Over a month we've managed to keep this going for.
boys, we're slowly but surely.
We're getting there. We're becoming professional. We're not. We're not becoming professional podcasters in any way,
No,
shape,
no,
or
no, no,
form.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, my connection's a bit bad on this end at the moment, so if I take quite a while to answer, that might be a reason why.
all right. Well. To the audience, enjoy this podcast where there's a 30-second gap between me
Yeah,
and Lewis speaking.
just
Uh,
just a heads up, yeah. See if we can try and edit it in post production.
No, that's not going to happen. I do not have the effort for that.
I don't have the
Um,
facilities for that, big man.
I probably do have the facilities, just not the willpower. So
Oh,
it's going to
Big
go
Shack.
up as it's recorded.
Big Shack.
Because, like I say,
Big Shack would
um,
be very disappointed.
I just want to say I'm about 3/4 of my way through my second can of cider.
Oh, excellent. Where's my I've got my fucking Disaronno with me, but I've got no glass, so I guess I'll just drink out of the
Neat
bottle.
out the bottle. There we
Oh no, I've
go.
got a glass right in front of me, and it's really dusty though.
Yeah, don't drink out the dusty glass, Lewis.
I'm just gonna clean it.
Oh God.
Ugh, righty. So,
Right.
what fine topics are we going to talk about today, then, Alfie?
Um, Big Drizzy Drake. What do you think of Big
Right.
Drizzy Drake,
I don't
Lewis?
really keep up with Drake news. Who's
Okay,
Drizzy Drake?
Drake.
Oh,
Drake
is that his full name?
Drizzy.
I've never known that.
No, it's not his full name. It's just a nickname.
Oh,
His
right.
full name is his actual name is Aubrey. Aubrey Drake
Oh,
Graham
God.
is his real name. Anyway, Drake
Bless his
recently
heart.
released 3 singles off his new album, Certified Lover Boy.
Right.
In my opinion, the 3 singles absolutely slap. But he has become. What the fuck are you doing over there? You're making a lot of noise.
I'm having my drink.
Okay.
Sorry
Drake
for the
has
loud noise.
become
Just,
the first ever
just thought.
artist to have all 3 of his songs debut at number 1, 2, and 3 of the Billboard Top 100. So he released the 3 songs:
Funny.
"What's Next," "Wants and Needs," and "Lemon Pepper Freestyle." "What's
Right.
Next" debuted at number 1 on the American Billboard charts, Top 100.
Yeah.
"Wants and Needs" debuted at number 2, and "Lemon Pepper Freestyle" debuted at number 3. He is the first artist
Oh,
ever
Jesus, really?
to have all 3 songs occupy the top 3 spot at the same time.
Bloody hell. Fair
That
enough. I
is
mean, it's Drake
mad.
though, isn't it? So he's
Yeah, I
got
mean,
he's got the influence. He's got the
yeah,
influence to do it.
Drake is like the biggest artist, and like I just think it shows like he's not done. He is still a huge like player in
I've
the
never really
rap game.
liked his music. I've never really liked him, to be honest.
Liked him or just liked his music?
Music, sorry. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know him, so I can't fucking say shit. But
Fuck Drake. Never met the guy, but fuck Drake.
well,
No,
I've never met.
I like
I've
Drake.
never. We're going back to Hitler. I've never met Hitler. Yeah, I hate him as well. No, I've never been into his music, unfortunately.
You're not into rap though. Speaking of rap music, go stream Reckless.
Well, no, I am. I. I'm not. You know my answer to that, but nonetheless,
Yeah.
I am into rap, but I'm more into like a lyrical, like whatever cool genre, like NF, Eminem, oh fuck, what's Ren? I like Ren at the moment.
Yeah.
Ren's pretty good.
Do you like new Eminem though?
To be honest, I haven't heard much of his latest songs recently, so I can't
Well,
really
they're
say
not
for
good.
certain. But I definitely like, I definitely like his older raps.
Yeah, and NF has had a new couple songs come out recently,
Ah,
which
yeah.
are quite good.
I've been meaning to listen to NF's new songs, but unfortunately, I work busy, pain in the ass.
Lewis, you work about twice a week.
I work every day.
Since when? Monday.
Okay, are we talking about like recently, or are we talking about in general? Because recently, when during the lockdown, my job didn't need me, so I was not put on furlough, but I was on the back bench. So well, they'll call me if they need me, and
Hmm.
I was like that for a good couple of months, maybe 2 months, 3 months, something like that,
Hmm.
I think.
So you
And I've
weren't
only
working every day.
no, no, but I'm working. I'm working every day now since Thursday, a couple of weeks ago. Like before lockdown, I would have been working every day.
Lewis, we've been in lockdown for over a year now.
I know. Even during lockdown, like parts of the lockdown, I was still working. Like during November, before
Oh,
I was
you're talking
working.
about like, are you talking about that type of time of lockdown,
Well, just
like
in
in the
lockdown.
summer?
So the first ever lockdown, they didn't. It was lockdown, so we weren't allowed to go into work and all that. They didn't need me as well. When the
Mm.
rules the second time began to relax, that's when that's when I was allowed to go in and all that, and they still needed me. It was only recently when they didn't need me, so I was put on the back bench for a good couple of weeks, and then now recently I shall be working every day. So,
Well, that's
get
not
get.
every day because you get Saturdays and Sundays off. I'm being
Oh,
really irritating.
yeah, fuck.
Um,
Can we not? Can we not?
you see, Lewis, when I go back to work, I will technically be working every day.
Yeah, you are working now, aren't you?
I'm working at the Chinese. My other
Yeah,
job
exactly.
isn't happening at the moment.
Oh shit. Well,
April 12th, the pubs and jobs are back.
yes, yes. Start the clock. Start the clock. Let's count the days down.
We're less than a month away.
Well, it's like a couple of weeks away until we can all you can meet up with people. Six, isn't it? Like 6+. Oh, not 6+,
Yeah,
but like six max.
I think it's like the 29th
Yeah, it's 29th of March,
or
which
something like that.
it's better than something, it's better than fucking one. Yeah, 29th of March.
Exactly. Yeah, which is
Yeah, I
we're
can't
we're
wait for
getting
that.
closer to it. We're getting close.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I did hear somewhere. I'm not quite sure how correct this is, but I did hear somewhere that Boris Johnson wants to extend the lockdown powers for another 6 months.
I understand that.
I mean, I don't, to be honest.
Why don't you understand it?
I don't know because I feel like he's already done it. He's honestly like I have no reason. It's just I don't think it's a good idea. So take it. In my view, take it as you will on my end.
I think I think if cases start to rise again, he has to go back into another lockdown. If that's the way it goes, it has to happen.
But I think now that'll be detrimental to the country.
But also killing the population would be detrimental to the country.
It's
There's like
it's it's a
it's
lose
it's a
lose thing now, isn't it?
it's a difficult balance because we kill the economy or we kill the population that drives the economy.
How I see it as well is like even with if you kill the economy as well, you're gonna kill people as well with the economy
Exactly,
because
exactly. So
people who are poorer at the moment who can't pay rent or can't live who live under the poverty line, they're fucked anyway because they
mhm.
can't work. They can't
Yeah,
at least have some sort of living. So I feel like lockdown at this point shouldn't be what we had a couple of months ago or maybe even a year ago.
you say should have ended a while ago.
No, 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 no. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm not. I haven't really done enough research to have a final conclusion on it.
Problem is,
However,
Lewis, is when you were doing like in November, October, November, they were doing like a few thousand cases a day.
yeah, I know, and that's what I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying back then we should have knocked lockdown. I'm just saying I don't have enough conclusive support to have my conclusion on it. I'm just saying I feel like oh, excuse me. I'm just saying I feel like we should there just needs to be a time. There needs to be an end date. That you got to give people at least some little hope at the
Well,
end of the tunnel.
that's why they've got June 21st in place.
Hmm.
But the problem is they obviously they
Boris
have
wants
to
to
say that
extend
that's
another
like
6 months on that.
that's suggestive on like if everything goes the way they want it to, because in August we were doing 816 cases a day, which was really good,
Hmm.
and that was like August. Okay, August 1st there was 716 cases. October 1st, there were 6,914 new
Yeah, it's getting
cases.
into the winter phase, isn't it?
Schools went back.
Mm. Yeah, but
That's a,
children need to go to school. To be honest,
yeah, but there wasn't. They could have done it all online. There wasn't enough support for the online learning.
I mean, maybe. I mean, obviously, I can see points of view. Like, I had a conversation with my mum today about like she was reading up on something, and she said like children. When she said children, I'm assuming she's talking primary school lower, so the lower years and all that. Took
Yeah,
like half of them, or the majority of them, don't know how to hold a pencil or a pen, don't know how to communicate with other children and all that, and are very selfish. And I'm just thinking,
is
fuck, that's a big L right there.
is that the school's problem, or is that a problem with parents?
I think it's a mixture of both, to be honest, because obviously schools. When I mean by a mixture of both, I mean like obviously the school had no choice but to close down
Mm-hmm.
or shut down for a bit, and I think it is, and that responsibility goes on to the parents, obviously. However, I think it just
Yeah, I mean, I'm
shows
talking before
how
lockdown though,
much.
because
Oh, you know, I'm talking during. Then I'm talking like with after effects post lockdown.
well, yeah, I mean, when I say that, I mean I'm talking in general. Like, is the fact that kids can't socialize properly entirely down to the schools? I think there's such little blame on the schools because schools can only do so much with a kid that comes in.
I think it's a good point. I think again, I think I'd stay with my statement. It's 50-50. It's both. Obviously, the parents are the parents, and they need to when the school where the schools fail, the parents have to rise up to that occasion. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it is 50-50 because the school's a place for education, and if the schools are shut down, and with the whole key workers thing where the children have to go into the schools and all that to
Hmm.
stay safe while the parents work. I think then it is the school's responsibility to teach them basic education standards.
Yeah, but obviously, like socializing, is that basic education, or is that just something that, at the end of the day, that's something that, to me, that the parents should teach? Because the school can teach so much, but if that isn't enforced at home, it all goes out the window. So
Oh yeah, no, I see
if
what you
that
mean.
kid
Actually,
goes
yeah,
home,
I see what you mean.
if that kid goes home, right, and is just allowed to sit in front of the 9-year-old kid goes home, is just allowed to sit in front of the Xbox all day and not talk to anyone and not do anything. It just completely unworks what they've done and learned at school. Um, so
I think going
I definitely
go
wouldn't
on.
call it 50-50.
Well, I think I would, in the sense of like, obviously, I think it's important. I think it is socializing is a key. I think socializing should be a key component of the education system because obviously, when you grow up, you're going to be socializing for the rest of your life. And I also do agree that when the parents do have a responsibility to teach their kids how keep that enforced and all that. But I also can understand with everything going on at the moment, the whole lockdowns and everything on like that, everyone's just a bit frustrated, confused, very just saddling along. Really, I feel like that anyway, and especially, and I think it shows with the kids at the moment as well. Will somebody think of the children? But
The thing
anyway,
is, though, that there is definitely this thing of like, so you say like after lockdown, kids can't socialize, but they can't socialize in lockdown. They
no,
can't
no,
improve
I didn't.
social
No,
skills.
I'm saying like at the moment during the so when I was talking to my mum, she was explaining how kids at the moment and throughout lockdown as well that so many children have lost the key ingredients, so you call it, at with what you're supposed to learn at lower years, lower schools. Like hold it right, write on paper, pen, paper, pencil,
I
share,
struggle.
communicate.
I'm going to sit here and be completely honest. I can't write properly anymore, right? After leaving school, I did 2 years of college and didn't write a single word on a piece of paper.
Oh wow.
I did a film and TV course. I didn't have to
Mm.
write anything.
I think I feel like writing should be a key component of a key learning skill you should always have.
Writing is dead. You using a as in it's a thing that isn't needed anymore. Using a piece of a pen and a paper isn't something that we're going to need forever. With the way that computers and phones are, you don't write letters anymore. You send a text, send an email.
No, but I feel like people should have that key skill anyway.
I
Just to
think
have it.
the thing is, I was taught it,
Yeah.
but then I spent 2 years without doing it, so I can't really do it as well anymore.
Well, it's the opposite with me then, because obviously I did sixth form, and
Mhm.
my A levels were heavily to do with writing. Not right, yeah, writing. What else we've got? Essays and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
it's
you've
the
been
different
out of
perspective of
sixth
my
form for
end.
about a year now. When was the last time you wrote something?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Quite exactly.
And it's like
A couple of
it's
days
that
ago.
thing of like, oh really? Oh fuck.
Yeah, a couple of days ago. Yeah. I mean, I had to, I wrote down notes for what I wanted to talk about on this podcast. I forgot my passwords recently, so I had to write down new passwords for everything.
Wait, you physically write stuff that stuff down?
Yeah, it's always nice to have because what if like you're like me and my family do it all the time. We have a little book with every single password or every single account for because we have so many accounts for different things that we write them down, and when we forget a password for that thing, we look through the book and there it is, and then we don't have to worry about click in, forget the password, do this, do that. It's as simple as writing it down in a book, look through that book to find the account, and then there's the password.
I think that's so strange now. I think that's something that's dying out. I think, like I say, I think writing things on a piece of paper is something that's going to die because it's not needed anymore. We don't,
I
like I
mean,
say, we don't write letters.
I would agree,
Um,
and I think that's it's an unfortunate evil, if you get what I mean. It's sad a little bit in my point of view. I don't know how you feel about it.
I do get what you're saying. I think it's an unfortunate benefit. I think there is
Oh, a
definitely an
benefit.
art. I think there is an art to being able to write something well, but being able to write an email while you're sat on the train to work is so much easier than writing this letter. Do you know what
I
I
mean,
mean? Like
yeah, no,
sitting
I
there
commit. Like,
writing this letter.
if we're
So
talking
that's
like,
why
go on, sorry, mate.
I was gonna say that's why I see it as a benefit because it has made life so much easier. Although there is an art to being able to write something well, and having your handwriting look good and so on, and spelling everything correctly, blah blah blah. It's something that isn't necessary anymore because of the jumps we've made in technology. The fact you can just do it on the train, on
Yeah.
sending an email, sending a text.
Well, if you like,
So I think,
if you think about it, because obviously, like, this is one of the topics I want to go on. Actually, like, my theory is, and I'll relate back this to the fucking writing and all that, is that we are living like the world and society and history in general, in general, whatever, is
mhm,
a we're going through a cycle, like it's
yes,
like each time a century goes by 100 years or whatever, something new is done that the old people thought. It's hard to explain. Okay, if I give you the example of newspapers,
hmm
back in when newspapers were the massive thing, so many people during that time period around 1600 to what 1800, 1900, stuff like that,
yeah, yeah.
they so many people were criticizing newspapers because they were saying no one talks to face anymore. What does that sound like? Phones.
Phones.
Exactly, yeah.
Every few years, we get something that comes along that people think is a fad, that people think is the worst thing to come in, and it becomes one of the biggest markets to record. You think about when sound films started, they were like, "Oh, no one wants to watch. I watch talkies
Sound,
anymore,"
yeah.
and they were like, "What the fuck is sound?" And all of a sudden, it killed the black and white.
It killed the talkie. It killed the talkies. It killed everything.
Well, no, talkies
Oh, sorry,
killed.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
no, you're right. It killed
talkies.
the silent films, didn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
talkies killed the silent films.
that's what I meant. Sorry.
Then when phones came in, who the fuck wants a phone?
Who wants a newspaper as well?
Yeah, who wants a newspaper? Who wants a phone? And then
Yeah, Well,
video
this goes
games
back to
became a
my
thing, and
yeah. Sorry, carry on, mate.
just every time something comes in, there is a huge thing that people think, oh, that's not going to do well, that's awful. When the internet came in, a year or two later, they thought it was going to die, and that was the biggest thing ever.
Ever, yeah.
Everyone uses it. The things you want are all online. Um, it's, I think it's just a fear
See,
thing.
like for point number one, I had when you talked about emails, it's so convenient.
Yes,
So many people thought letters were so convenient.
exactly.
Exactly, yeah. Like, and what else? I think what I like to think as well that helps support my theory is war. Like, even though it's a weird subject to bring up, and in this context. However,
Mhm.
if you look back, there's always one not enough reason to go to war, and
Yes.
sometimes the war going off to war is the same reason as someone went to war. I don't know, quite a while ago. So where we talked about China the last episode, I feel like that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you can see so many similarities with China at the moment and Nazi Germany a couple of years back.
Hmm.
Some 80 years ago. It's really weird how like society changes, everything changes, time changes,
Yeah.
yet so many things, weirdly enough, majority of things, although they look different, have still the same message.
Nothing actually changes.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So it's if you want to talk about the media quickly,
Yeah, sure.
nothing actually changes. Just the way we consume it does.
Yeah. But for better or
New,
for worse.
newspapers are still a thing. We
Mm.
just consume our news from the TV or from an article that got
Like,
shared on
yeah,
Facebook.
like 80 years ago, um, when you read a newspaper in the UK, you'd only find out about UK news. And then
Now,
maybe like a couple of months later, you'd find about what's going on around the world. But
yeah, and it's there
now
instantly.
you can receive any news right there, right now, all the way
Exactly.
from America or Antarctica or whatever.
We watch films and TV shows. It's the same thing as watching a play in the 1800s.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
It's just the way we consume it. The same with video games. It's just now a more interactive way of telling a story.
I think like games are like a definitely more modified version of tabletop games. You know what I mean? Like chess
Yeah,
or
exactly.
fucking
It's
what else? They used to have
everything.
like they used to have what's it called? You know what the guns you use at like fairs and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The real
yeah.
true first person shooters right there, boys.
Yes. But yeah, like nothing actually changes. It's just the way we consume the same things do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Like,
what's the saying? It's like oh no, I can't remember the saying, but it's like same soul, different skin, something like that.
same shit, different day.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. That's same
But
soul. What the fuck am I on about?
you know what? I just let you do your own thing
Yeah,
sometimes.
cheers,
So
thanks, dude.
I have
Cheers.
no idea what you want, what you mean half the time.
No,
Um,
I'm on drugs.
oh well. But it really is. It's like I say, we still consume media and we still consume the news. It's just in a different format. Um,
Exactly.
but yeah, I think everything. When you're an older generation, um,
You always
it
criticise the
seems
new generation, don't you?
yeah, but it also
Yeah.
seems like everything is changing.
Mm.
But it doesn't because it does. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, but yeah, when you're an older generation, like we are going to go through the same thing our parents go through, how they don't understand how to use a phone the same way we do.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like we, like we. I bet because like fucking an example is like Fortnite.
Hmm.
Like I don't like give me a minute to explain. Like so when first time I ever heard about Fortnite, like when the younger kids are getting involved and playing it and they absolutely love it. I hate it. I fucking hate the game. It's
Yeah,
just like
same.
there's no shit. But I bet you so many people thought the same thing about Minecraft when it came out.
Yeah, they did,
But now
and it's
it's
now one of
yeah,
the biggest games of all time. It's
classic.
if so right now we play video games. We play Xbox, PlayStation, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
In 20 years, right? We're going to be coming up to 40, right?
Oh god.
Fuck. We're going to be coming
Fuck.
up to 40. We may have kids of our own. They
That's a
will
that's a
have
big if right there.
To them, VR headsets or anything similar to that, or even something completely crazy that we can't even think of now,
Will be fine to them.
will
Yeah.
be normal to them and fucking insane to us.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah.
And it's the same thing that when we pull out our iPhones and we just use it like it's nothing, our parents are thinking, what? How
Yeah.
is he doing all that with the same phone that I have?
Yeah. Exactly. It's like a good example I can use as well. Like my granddad. He watched the moon landing like on TV,
Hmm.
like proper the actual moon landing. We
Yeah,
can get into a debate whether the moon landing was real or fake. Okay, we can
fake,
get into that another
fake,
day. But
fake.
shut the fuck up, Alfie. But nonetheless, he actually saw it. Now, fuck you. But now, when we see Elon Musk or UK government or US do a rocket launch, we kind of nod our heads and carry on with our day. You know,
Exactly, because back then it was fucking crazy that they could
yeah,
launch something so far out of the atmosphere and land it
and then
with
come
people
back. Yeah,
inside
no, I get you.
on the moon. Now, launching a rocket is just like, oh, cool. It's just normal.
I
It's
mean,
like,
I don't think it's that simple, Alfie, but yeah.
no, but you know what I mean. It's this thing I like to say. It's something I like to think about. Right? Is nothing is impossible.
Ooh, no,
Nothing is actually
I
impossible.
disagree. Humans flying on their own.
Something that will be possible, just we won't experience that. I genuinely believe that.
Evolution.
If you evolution, whether it's
Oh,
evolution
that's a fair point, actually.
genetic testing and modification that makes it seem natural,
Mm,
whatever it is,
yeah,
you go to someone 100 years ago and pull out a smartphone, right? 100 years ago, they had cameras,
they're gonna think
but
you're
they
a
were
fucking
fucking
wizard.
huge. Yeah, if you like cameras back then were
Mm.
huge. If you go out and pull out this, my phone's about 6 inches tall, and about half an
Oi, oi,
inch away, about
oi, oi,
half an inch, probably even a quarter of an inch thick.
oi,
Um,
oi. Gotta stop now.
fuck. Um, but if you pulled out that phone and said you can make phone calls off it, you can send electronic letters off it, and you
You
can
can
take
send dick
photos
pics.
better quality than that huge thing over there, they would think you were a sorcerer and burn you at the stake.
Or they'd think you're a god and you're just like, you're worshipped.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, back then, is that was impossible.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
not
get you.
now.
I mean, I had a point. I was going to say so. We were like, yeah, no, I completely get you with the whole. I can understand your point. Nothing is impossible. I mean, obviously, I'm a bit cynical on that. I'm like, well, you know, science and shit like that. But then again, I thought it was impossible for humans to. I don't know if you heard about this, Alfie, but I'm going to fucking explain it to you. Completely change the subject quickly.
Okay.
Um, I guess it's relation, but no, sorry, but like we talked about evolution a little bit earlier,
Hmm.
and I don't know if I saw a documentary about like there's a Taiwanese Thailand somewhere in that continent, Asia, around that area,
Yeah.
that a community that solely lives on the sea. Like they've created a small, not town, a small hut, a small little area completely on the sea. Now, what's different about these people is that the older generation have completely adjusted to the seasickness, where like when they land to resupply and all that, there was an old woman who usually goes out and resupplies. She gets land sickness, like so you know what we get when we're on the sea and all that.
Yeah. They get it on
Yeah,
land.
she gets the exact same. Yeah, exactly. She gets it on land. Her children, like who are 30, something like that, they can hold their breaths so much longer than a professional diver to hunt fish.
So this is what I mean by nothing is impossible.
Yeah,
And also the lesson I'm taking from this is if you chuck yourself out of a second story building enough times and survive, you'll eventually learn to fly.
you'd probably get a genetic mutation that would help you surviving from that height. But yeah, sure. But like
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
no, not really, no. But to finish my point as well, her great grandchildren, whatever, they begin to mutate with their eyes. So like they can see
Right.
so much clearer in the sea than any other average human being. Like their children, that child has a mutation that helps them see better underwater. That shit is like really interesting. I find like they're
Do you,
probably like a few generations away from being dolphin people.
they're going to be mermaids.
Oh god, yeah.
Do you think they'll grow gills?
Oh shit, because yeah, maybe give it like another couple of 100 years, maybe even
Give it
more.
give it a few more generations, right? So the
Yeah, give it a few
grandchildren
more
have kids, and then
generations,
they
and they'll
have kids,
probably
and all
get
of a
the
sudden you've got
fucking yeah. Well, that's
yeah.
how like evolution, genetic mutation works. Fuck it. Shit like this really intrigues. It's really fucking interesting
It does,
to
but
like
the thing I want to say is we are
find
too
it.
dumb. We are too dumb to be talking about it on the podcast.
No, we can talk about it. This shit's good. Like, well, then again, well, I did this in triple science biology, and even though I would always have conversations with, teacher, students, like shit, this is really cool. When it came to like writing it down and like explaining it in a science lesson or a science test, God fucking help me, because I was so shit.
Yeah, I can't put things into like words that make sense on a page.
Yeah, no, I'm
Like,
I'm
I can
very
talk
similar
about
in
it
that
for ages, but
situation.
it doesn't make sense when I put it on paper. Um, I wanna, I
No,
wanna,
yeah,
I wanna
it's fucking. Oh,
I was just gonna say I wanted to completely
go on.
change the topic.
Yeah, shoot,
Um,
shoot, shoot.
Avengers Endgame is no longer the highest grossing film of all time.
This upsets me immensely. Like, it hurts on the spiritual level.
So, Avatar got a re-release in the US and ended up making another like $100,000 to just push it past Avengers Endgame.
Oh, that's not okay.
It's
That's
gonna
not okay.
be so. Here's the thing: it's gonna be a constant battle
It is, yeah.
between the two because Avengers Endgame is going to get a re-release at
But
some point.
doesn't Disney own the
Well, that's
Avatar?
what I was going to say.
Like,
Disney don't give a fuck because they have got three. No, they've got Disney have all five of the highest grossing films of all time.
oh, fucking hell.
I believe
You
if they own
talk about
Titanic,
fucking corporations.
I don't know if do Disney own
What film studio is under Titanic?
if it's a Titanic film. If it could have been under Fox, and if it's under Fox,
Then they own Fox and
Disney
fuck me.
own all of.
I think Titanic might be under Sony.
That is a solid question, which I'm hoping to answer if I can. Paramount Pictures. It wasn't under Fox.
No, and Paramount Pictures is still, on
Independent is still their own
independent for
thing.
forever. How
However,
long? Because they are going under. They are going under. To be honest, Paramount.
but that means Disney own four of the highest grossing films of all time.
Oh, that's just not okay, is it?
And the other thing is, Zoe Saldana is in three of them.
Yeah, she earns bank. She earns bank.
She's in both Infinity War and Endgame, and she is in Avatar.
Yep, she's in Avatar.
And obviously she plays Gamora.
She's fucking in everything. Yeah,
So
yeah,
she
I know
is
yeah.
in
Jesus Christ.
three of the highest grossing films, four of which are owned by Disney because the other one is Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
We're not even gonna touch the fucking disgusting Star Wars movies.
I haven't seen it. I'm
No,
not a Star Wars fan.
dude, I think the original trilogy, go peak, great. Prequel trilogy. I enjoyed it. I grew up with all that stuff, so I enjoy it. But I can understand why people don't like it. The new trilogy, death, burn, go to hell. It's like vegans. That's another list I hate. Vegans, them. It was just horrible.
But Disney own everything now, man. It's crazy.
It's sad,
Like-
in my opinion, to be honest. It's cheating at this point.
It's communism at its finest.
It is coming. I
But think
serve
about it,
Disney
right?
Copland.
Right now, I can think of 4 film studios that they do not own. This is DreamWorks, Paramount Pictures, Warner
Sony. Oh
Brothers,
no,
and MGM,
Sony.
and Sony. 5.
But I think with the situation with Sony, either Sony's going to be like, let's work together permanently, or Disney's just going to be, funny, we bought you.
Disney could buy Sony.
Yeah.
But
With
I
all
don't
this
think
money.
Sony would sell.
Like Disney would have to make them like a fucking bajillion offer.
Yeah, if Disney bought Sony, they would have to overpay hugely.
Yeah. Like, I mean, because I haven't really
Like,
seen much from Sony films recently.
no one's been releasing much recently though, apart from like TV shows, because they can't release any films.
Yeah, I know. I know. Disney's released a couple of films recently.
They
Mulan.
released that was ages ago.
But
This.
still, my point
Oh
still
no,
stands.
that was last year, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
was
like
last year.
Mulan. They released a new animated Disney movie, I believe. The
Um,
Chinese one, I think it was. I actually,
what was that?
Raya, something like that.
No, did they release Soul?
I don't know what the film's called, but it's a Soul. That's it. Yeah, and they also released a new one recently. I think in America, anyway.
Artemis Fowl. That was recent.
No. It was a new. It was an animation. It's a new. Fuck it. It'll come to me later.
But oh yeah, they did Raya, which
That's
came out.
it, Raya. That, yeah.
I'm looking on Disney Plus.
Nice.
But obviously, like TV shows are coming out for Marvel.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Falcon and Winter Soldier just started as this podcast would have gone up.
Oh, is it out?
Well, no. This podcast goes up on Sunday, Lewis. Remember?
Oh yeah, completely fucking.
Sunday the 21st.
Yeah.
And Falcon and Winter Soldier starts on Friday the 19th. So it's just 2 more days away. But Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to start, and I want to say this: I know some information about the first episode, which I can say because the first episode is out. Captain America is officially dead in the MCU universe.
Oh. I'm gonna have to take a moment.
I'm sorry to reveal that news to you, Lewis.
Fuck! Ah, shit! No, my boy
officially
Blue.
Dead in the universe.
We don't even get.
Because
that is upsetting.
Let's.
That is upsetting.
Let me get the full
really
title up.
My boy Blue, man.
Oh, come on. Where is it?
On.
I know it was something to do with like where is it? Come on, give me an episode. No, they haven't given me an episode title. It got leaked by accident. And it was something with like Rest in Peace Cap or something along that line.
Oh no. Oh god.
I
mean, it's really up because out of all of the MCU movies, my favorite superhero out of the MCU is Captain America.
Yeah, yeah. You've always been a fan of Cap, haven't you?
I love Cap. He's great. He's just a swell guy.
I think Captain America would have been a racist.
No, he wouldn't have.
No, I know. One of his best friends was Sam Wilson.
It's just like I had this conversation with a mate of mine. He said it was during school, and he said to me, well, he said in general, so yeah, Captain America would be a racist, and I was trying to. He was like, no, he wouldn't be, and he was giving me like these facts, like during the 1940s, everyone was this and that. So like, yeah, but my argument was always, yeah, well, Captain America can pick up Thor's hammer, so that doesn't make him racist.
Unless Thor is also a racist.
No, because he's a god. Why the fuck would he care about race?
Right, so the first episode is apparently titled Rest in Peace Cap.
Yeah, well, that's really upsetting. How would Bucky feel? Oh my god, Bucky would be... Oh no.
Yeah, but I just want to speak about Captain America.
Shoot.
Captain America has never actually done what America has wanted him to do.
Explain.
in reality, Captain America has always been anti-America. In the first Captain America film, America and the war people wanted him to be, their puppet, and he was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go off and scrap some dons with a shield." Right? Completely ignored the government.
Okay.
In the Winter Soldier, a large part of that was about taking down the government entity shield
Well, taking down
because
government power. Yeah.
he disagreed. Obviously, he found out Hydra was in them, but he also disagreed with the way they wanted to instill people with
To
the
create
helicarriers
security.
in the
Yeah.
sky
No, I get it.
constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
Mm.
Civil War, he directly went against the government by refusing to sign the Sokovia Accords.
Because he wanted to keep his individuality. I agree.
And in Infinity War and Endgame, in Infinity War especially, he completely disregarded the Attorney General Ross or General Attorney Ross
Yeah, because he
when
he
he
didn't
pulled up.
subscribe. Yeah, he didn't subscribe to that mantle he had anymore, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, because he completely ripped off the star, the Avengers symbols. He no longer used that shield. He was using
Bless.
the hand ones. Um, he has always fought for the promises that America gives, not what America actually is.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Like, I agree. I think Captain America, even though you can make arguments about what the America actually is, in my point of view, America has always standed for truth, justice, and the American way. You know, just liberty over all else. And I think
Well,
that is
yeah,
what Captain America, especially in this incarnation, MCU, does fully fucking wise in capture. You know, he fully
yeah,
abides by that. What America
because
should be.
he came from immigrant parents
Yeah,
or
Irish, I believe.
an immigrant mother at
Yeah,
least.
I think his dad was mate. Comic book fans, let me know, but I think his dad was American and his mother was Irish,
Yeah, I
or it
think
was the other
so.
way around. I actually can't remember.
But he fought. He's always just fought for freedom. That's always been his thing, fighting for freedom.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, Not being a
yeah.
puppet for the
Freedom,
government.
boys. Freedom.
Do you know? Do you know why he says I can do this all day?
Because he can do this all day, Alfie.
No, there's an actual really sad reason behind it.
Go on, tell me. I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued.
His father used to beat his mother, and he used to watch. And every time she would be beaten to the ground, she would get back up again to stop that from going to Steve, from stopping his father's rage turning to him.
Oh,
And when he asked her, she basically told him that no matter how hard you get hit, it's getting back up again that matters, or something along those lines.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
that
Oh,
because every time he says it, he's been beaten to a fucking pulp, and then he
oh.
whips out that I can do this all day.
Iconic. Like, oh, that's. I mean, I don't know how comic accurate that is true. Because
No,
is
that's
it is
that.
it
I'm
is
pretty
that
sure that is comic
comic
canon.
accurate?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that wasn't
Oh
something
shit! Oh, I'm gonna have to do a bit of research now.
that wasn't something they ever said in the films. That was like comic accurate. I
Shit.
think,
Okay. Well, no, because that I think that is a really. Oh, that is actually really inspiring. To be honest, I won't lie.
but sad.
It is sad. No, don't get me wrong. It's fucking sad, but it's really inspiring. It's inspiring. I think, and that's what Cap. That's why I love Cap in these films. He's just so gosh darn inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
my
no,
man,
yeah.
like my man could fucking kill my family. Like my man could kill my family, and I'll be like, and he gives me a speech after the end of it, and I'll probably agree with him and help bury the bodies.
Oh, oh, that's not what I was expecting to hear in this podcast
But
today.
that is what you heard in general.
Um,
But no, like I think, yeah. I mean, what who's your favorite out of the MCU? The cinematic one. Like, who's your favorite?
Currently, it's Wanda,
Good choice. Good choice. I mean, I've
but also
started watching
because I'm
WandaVision now, so
entirely
I'm
in
on
love with
episode
Elizabeth
5.
Olsen. Yeah, it's because I'm entirely in
Oh,
love with
100%
Elizabeth
agree.
Olsen.
So you're biased, okay?
Yes, I'm entirely biased
You
because that
simp.
I don't care.
You simp.
If that was Elizabeth Olsen who asked me to simp for her, I would do it every day of the week. I'm sorry
It
if
would
she
be an
asked
honour.
me to no longer be friends with you, Lewis, I would. I would end this podcast
Oh.
and never speak to
Oh.
you again.
Well, I thought our friendship transcended simpness, Alfie, but I guess I am false. I
No,
guess I'm
no, no, Lewis,
incorrect.
Lewis,
I see
Lewis,
how it is.
Lewis, Lewis. It transcends simping for everyone apart from Elizabeth Olsen.
Fair enough.
She is
Yeah.
the one
I thought,
person. The
Nah.
one person.
I mean, I can understand why, but
Okay,
if
okay,
anything,
okay.
I'd
If there's one girl that says to you, "No longer be friends with Alfie," who is it?
Scarlett
And
Johansson.
like, oh really?
Scarlett Johansson, yeah. Well, there's out of all of them, probably Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
No. Just in general, not talking Marvel movies.
Oh, just any actress.
Yeah, anyone.
Oh God, the Queen. She
Big Liz.
thick, big. She thick. You know what I'm saying?
No, is that your
No,
serious
no.
answer?
Okay. Serious answer. Anybody who's told me to like simp over her and not be friends with you anymore.
Yes.
Do you really want
We
my
could
honest
never.
answer? No one.
Gone.
No one.
Fuck off.
No
I
one.
am not that. I'm not that
No,
important.
no one. Seriously, no one. Alfie, I'm not really much of a simper, if I'm being completely honest.
Nor am I. But Elizabeth Olsen is a different breed.
She built different, my man.
She's built different, bro. When
Yeah,
she
no.
get bro.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I don't believe that I am that important to you.
Friends, you know the saying, bros before hoes, Alfie. I live by that code.
No. It's bros before hoes, not bros before like women you'll spend the rest of your life with, Lewis.
Okay, seriously, I haven't met nor seen a woman who can do that to me yet. If I'm being completely honest.
I think that's insane, bro.
Well, if you give me like names, give me lists of just anybody, and I'll say maybe or yes.
Scarlett Johansson.
Easy, done.
Wait, yes.
Bye, go.
Wait, no, you wouldn't. Not even.
No, without the meme, without the joke, no, I wouldn't.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Kylie Jenner.
Crazy guy. No, God no, she's plastic. She's got the personality of a fucking boot. It's true. Like the only things that she cares about is, plastic, a child, and Instagram. That's all she fucking cares.
Well, okay. I'm running out of women now. Zendaya.
See, here's the thing. I'm not really a big fan of Zendaya, but I do appreciate her acting. I think she's all right. I think she's decent. No, you're correct. No, I would not simp over
her. Madison Beer.
Right. I'm going to say a bit of a controversial statement here, but not really controversial, but because we're all thinking it, I just have the balls to say it. I think she's, silently,
Bro,
maybe even
out.
like
so whatever you've said,
behind the
cut out.
Oh yeah, no. I said I'm going to say something controversial, but not entirely controversial. I just have the balls to say it.
Okay.
I think behind closed doors, Madison Beer is such a bitch.
You think?
I think so, yeah. I think all that kind of side of YouTube or all that kind of side of, in general, of influencers and stuff like that are so just not who they present themselves to be.
Bro, she's a singer.
Oh, is she? I've seen her a couple of David Dobrik videos, so
yeah,
I assumed she was a YouTuber.
No, she's friends with David, but she's an actual singer.
Oh, you cut out again.
She's a singer, and she's quite a good singer. She's friends with David.
Oh right, okay.
But yeah. Apparently
I stand by
apparently
my
she's
point
really
until
awkward.
proven otherwise.
No, apparently she's really awkward.
See, I just don't believe that. I don't believe it. No girl. Uh, no, just no. Anybody who is that attractive can't be awkward. I refuse to believe it.
I think you're holding people to too high of a standard.
Maybe.
I also think you're making me seem too important to not simp over some of the most
First point. I'll get to
beautiful
that.
women.
I'll get to that. First point. I think I just have a very cynical view of influencers. To be honest, I think that's my issue at the end of the day. And Alfie, our friendship transcends simpness, Alfie. I can't deny that.
It does on your. It transcends simping on your side, but not on mine.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I know. It's a losing battle I'm fighting.
If any of those women I listed, right, said that, hey, not the same as Elizabeth Olsen, but if they said to me, right,
Get the
you
words
can't
right.
speak to Lewis for 3 months, okay, and you can have a night with me, I ain't speaking to you for 3 months, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all right. Okay, with those parameters, that's fair. I'd egg you on as well. Yeah, that's
You know,
fair.
we can't speak for 3 months, no matter what happens, no matter what situation we're in. We can see each other physically, as
But
in we
we
can
can't
be in
speak
the
to each
same
other.
place at the same time, but we can't speak. And just for one
Right.
night,
Okay.
you can have one of those women.
But so what if you said yes in that situation? So then
Okay.
you sleep with that person.
Yes.
What
I
if
want to
you broke
clarify.
that rule? What
Sorry.
would happen afterwards?
Bullet to the back of the head.
Oh, so if you broke the rule, you die. Is
Yes.
that?
I also want to
That's,
clarify. I also want to clarify. This is entirely consensual.
I mean, I assumed it was Alfie. If the woman comes up to you and says, "Don't speak to
Yeah.
Lewis," then you can get in my pants. I'm automatically, Alfie. That's consent. I think so. Anyway, God, I don't know about that actually.
Um,
No, I take that back. There's too many complications with that statement. I'm taking that back. But no, I completely understand.
see, thank you. I also want to change topic once more.
Shoot.
Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury has finally been signed, apparently.
Oh, yes, boys. The fight of
They
the
haven't
century.
they haven't decided on a location or a date yet. It's being targeted for June or July.
Best dates, to be honest. Yeah.
It's likely to be in like Saudi Arabia or America because they throw the most money at these events.
They should do it in London.
They
Oh,
should.
that's true, actually. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I say, they throw too much money at these events. Like, apparently, it's a $200 million contract.
Oh, then Saudi Arabia would probably be a better fit, wouldn't it?
Exactly, because apparently Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua both want 100 million each.
Fuck off.
Yeah, obviously, like that's for their teams. So Tyson's team and
Oh, of course,
Joshua's
yeah.
team get 100 mil each. So they
But
probably be
still,
walking away with
Joshua and
maybe
Tyson Fury would still
40.
get that money, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, Tyson Fury's team would get that money, and so would Anthony Joshua's team. But that has to go to promoters, training teams,
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
obviously their camps and all that, and tax. But they're still both going to be walking away with 40, 50 million each, if not more.
I think, now that I think about it, I don't think Saudi Arabia would be a good thing. Because if you think about it, I mean, I don't know them, obviously. But I think, to me, Fury and Joshua are very drink heavy after a fight lads, aren't they? I'm assuming.
Yeah, mind you though, Joshua's last fight was out in Saudi Arabia. No, Joshua's fight before his rematch
cut
with.
out there again, Alf, sorry.
Oh fuck's sake! Joshua's rematch with Ruiz was in Saudi Arabia. So,
oh wow,
it just depends on where the most money is. That's the way the sport goes.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But I always imagine after boxers, doing a big massive fight, they have a massive party afterwards.
Yeah, but and they could. They throw the right money at the right people. They could have the biggest party they wanted out there.
Excellent. Yeah, no. So is the question, who do you think is going to win then out of them two?
Well, that's where I was going with this. Who do you
Okay.
think?
Yeah. I don't know. I want to get your opinion first.
Tyson Fury is really awkward to fight. The way he moves, the way he stands, the way he punches. It's such a non-boxer fighting style. He doesn't look like he has any control over his limbs. Yet he just knocks people out. He just wins. Um,
It could be a tactic on his end, to be honest.
maybe it is. His head movement is absolutely insane as well.
Mm.
Um, like it's some of the best head movement for a heavyweight ever. So
Mm.
he's really awkward to fight. Yet, and Joshua is much more a through and through. I'm a boxer. Like he has an orthodox stance.
Yeah.
He fights like you would expect a boxer to fight. I want to back
Mm.
Joshua. I want to back Joshua.
Well, I think because I'm assuming Tyson Fury is English as well, isn't he?
Yeah, they're both British guys.
Yeah. So it's a win-win for me either way. Either way, a British guy wins, so I don't really care.
Yes, I mean,
I
I'm backing
think
Joshua.
I really don't know actually.
I
I
think
don't know. I mean, I mean, obviously, I love Joshua. I think he's a good boxer. He's a great one. You know, he's
Mhm.
won and he's only had one defeat. You know,
Yeah,
Tyson. I like Tyson because I just like him in general. I think he's quite a funny lad. I think he's got a very inspirational story as well behind
yeah.
him. And then again, Joshua does as well. So, but who's a better fighter and who do you, it is time will tell, I guess. But I would put my mouth on.
You've cut out.
I'd have to back Joshua. I'd have to back
You're
Joshua.
backing
Yeah,
Joshua as well. We're backing Joshua on the Little and Large podcast,
I
guys.
think so. I think because I feel like Joshua is he's a very technical fighter. I feel he's in some weird way. I'm going to make a quick comparison. In some weird way, I think he's kind of like the old Conor McGregor, if you get what I mean.
Okay.
He's technical, he's analytical, he's in the ring and he looks at it and he knows where his opponent's going to go and he dodges it and he comes up with like a counter move and he wins the fight. I feel like because
He definitely
that
didn't.
is old Conor McGregor. That is Conor McGregor to a T
Well,
when he used to be.
well, yeah, but Joshua didn't dodge enough punches when he fought fucking Andy Ruiz for the first time. He lost inside 7 rounds.
I think that was yeah, that's fair. So that's where kind of my theory kind of falls down a bit because obviously I feel like Joshua did overestimate or underestimate Ruiz.
I think a question I've always wondered is: are both Joshua and Fury past their peak?
Ooh, interesting. Some weird way, I think Fury is.
I think Joshua could be as well.
I think it's different for Joshua because I feel like Joshua, the hype for him is not gone, but it's declining. If you get what I mean.
Mind you, saying that, Joshua won his most recent fight inside 9 rounds.
Exactly.
Knocked the
Yeah,
guy
he
out
won his
within nine
most recent
rounds.
fight. Yeah.
Also, the thing that's going to play to Joshua's favour is the fact that Tyson Fury has been inactive for almost over a year now.
Oh God.
His last fight was December 2019, I believe.
I'm not quite sure. I don't really keep up with that kind of stuff.
He
I,
fought Deontay Wilder for the second time in 2019, I believe,
mm,
and hasn't had a fight since then.
maybe Fury's just training sneakily. Maybe.
No, he's also claimed he isn't training.
Oh fuck. Well then, I guess
He
I'd have to back Joshua still then.
he claimed that he's drinking 12 pints a day.
Standard.
Um, and yeah, he's
Jesus.
drinking 12 pints a day and not
No,
training at
then
the
yeah,
moment.
I'd have to back Joshua. However, I'm not holding my breath. I can see the fight going in either direction.
It's going to be a close fight. It's going to be a very close
I think
fight.
it'll be a really interesting fight as well.
Yeah. Do you want to finish this up with "Am I the arsehole"?
I think it's standard on this podcast, Alfie. Of
I
course,
think it's going to become a standard thing.
it's a standard thing, and obviously, I love these assholes.
Oh, fucking hell, I've just read a good one. Well, I haven't, but I think it could be
Shoot,
good.
go now.
I think it has a lot of, potential interesting things.
Okay, let's stop. Stop hyping me up, dude.
Am I the arsehole for telling my ex she'll have to live without her closure?
Closure. Okay, all right.
I just find that title really interesting.
So, am I the asshole for telling my ex-girlfriend that she'll have to live without closure?
Yep.
Okay, without knowing any context, no, because
Okay.
unfortunately, life is life, and sometimes you're not going to get any closure.
Right, yeah. Lewis, I'm going to cut this bit, but I'm also about to
Shoot.
piss myself. So
Are
I'm, I'm
you
just gonna
pissing?
I'm just gonna pause this podcast quickly while I
Are
go for a
you
piss. I'll
are you
cut
going to
this.
cut this bit out?
I will. I will have to.
Ah, nice. All right, come back when
I'll
you
be back
can.
in a second.
Yeah, shoot. Recording.
All right. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. This one.
Yeah, go on.
Right. So, fuck, I just burped. Sorry. I'm going to go to the chase. He's 36
Standard.
male. Got about a year or so left before making that final trip to the afterlife. I've made my peace with it, and these last few years have been the best of my life. We've known for a while that I was on borrowed time, so we vacationed a lot before COVID. He must have cancer or something. He's
Oh
dying,
shit!
basically.
Fuck.
That's not what I
Damn.
was expecting.
That's not. I mean, fuck. If that's true, Jesus.
Everyone knows I won't be here by next year. Well, as it turns out, my old ex decided to come back into my life. We were together since high school. Before I proposed, she found out I was cheat. I found out she was cheating with one of her friends and broke up when we were 27. It's the
Good.
darkest time of my life until I was pushed into going into therapy. So he's been cheated on, and he's now dying. So he's had a
Jesus.
shit life.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
3 years later, I got back into dating and met my wife. Got married after 2 years, and we've been together ever since.
Bless your heart.
She's been the most incredible partner through all this, and I don't know how I would have made it without her. You can guess when my ex came back. She'd like to meet us so she could formally apologise to me and have one last conversation. I said, no way. She's the last person I want to see right now, and she didn't take it well, I guess. Our families are somewhat close. Her parents have been my aunt's neighbours before either of us were born, so they still saw each other after we split. My aunt heard from her folks that I'm refusing to see her, and she's gotten my parents involved. Oh, fuck.
Right. Okay.
It's now getting messy. Now they all hate her, except my aunt, who's always
Yeah.
had a soft spot for her. But they do feel like maybe we should talk before I go. I don't know what exactly they think this will bring, aside from just dragging up painful memories. I don't want to bring up anything from the past and focus on making the most with my wife and my family. They left it alone at first until my ex tried to reach me again, asking to please meet. My ex says she's heartbroken over my condition and just wants us to talk so we can have closure. But I explained to her I had mine years ago and I'm in a better place. And where I believe I was the arsehole was telling her she's going to have to live without hers. I'm getting a little more ridicule from my aunt and dad. Mum's still a bit on my side about it. They do think what I said was very insensitive and it's clearly painful for her knowing what she did to me, and that I'll be gone soon. My wife is completely on my side here, and eventually gave my dad a piece of her mind. It was pretty hard to see. She rarely ever yell.
Nice. Nice.
Piece of her mind for making things more complicated for me. They've left me alone, but it's still on my mind, and I don't know how exactly I was an arsehole for saying that. I had said it as a statement. There's no reason for us to speak except it being for her benefit. And since I'd rather not, then she will have to live. She will in fact have to live without closure.
Hmm. I can see how people see it as insensitive. Uh, the ex-girlfriend obviously wants to make amends on
Hmm.
her end, obviously, which I can respect. If she's done a shitty thing, she's realised she did do a shitty thing, and she wants to apologise for it. That's fair enough.
Yep.
However, if it really fucked him up, and he on his end, the only way he was able to get closure was to fully just cut her out, like fuck her, just you're a bitch, and I don't want to speak ever to you. That's one way to deal with it.
Hmm.
I guess I wouldn't say I wouldn't say you're an asshole, because obviously, if he wasn't dying, then I think we would be like, yeah, no, you don't have a right to talk to her. You've moved on. I think that's a very fair point to say. I would also, but however, I would say that even that but you can't deny the fact, if it's true, if he is dying, then she she's actually trying her best to make amends, which I can respect.
Yeah, I think it's really awkward because if I was in his position, I'd probably just been a nice person and said, sure, like we can speak and done it for their benefit. But
Mm,
I understand the complete reason why he wouldn't want to do it for their benefit because she fucked him over.
mm,
Um,
yeah,
so I kind of
and
understand
he's
it.
moved on as well. He's got a wife and all that. Yeah,
Exactly. Um, I'd say not the arsehole.
I wouldn't say the arsehole. However, I would advocate for them to at least make amends. That's what I would say.
Actually, yeah, no, do you know what? I'd go with everyone is shitty here. That's what I'd say.
Really? Oh, okay. I wouldn't say everyone's shitty here.
Well, okay, so I think they should make amends in reality.
Yeah.
And also, so that's a bit shitty that he's like just completely like cutting her off, even though after all these years.
Mm,
Do you know what I mean? Like he said it had been a while.
yeah.
Like he got into dating 3 years after it happened, and his wife got married after he got married to his wife after 2 years. So it's been at least like 5, 6 years,
Mm.
and he's about to die. I kind of, I don't know. Yeah, because I think he should
It is
let
such a
her like
it's a
speak to
weird
him
situation.
just one more time. Yeah, because I think
Mm.
she's gonna live with the guilt of what she did and never be able to speak to him about it.
And that's going to eat her up.
Exactly. So I think like maybe just let it happen, but also she was shitty for
Cheating, yeah.
getting cheating and getting your family involved.
I can see I can see why I can see why you think it's shitty. I think I would say she's desperate.
Yeah, maybe, but I still think it's a shitty move.
Like she wants to make amends. Yeah, I think in any other circumstance, I guess I would say yeah, it's a pretty shitty move. However, I feel like obviously I don't know who the fuck this person is, but I feel like since she wants to make amends, she's doing everything she can in her power to make amends. Whether that be for the right reasons or for whether it be how she's doing it is correctly or not, it's down to the individual really, or whoever sees the story.
Yeah. My final answer is everyone is a bit shitty here.
I
What
think
about yours?
that's fair. I would say no, you're not. I would say no, you're not the answer. The answer, the arsehole.
Answer yes. So normally we
Yeah.
do two on here at the end of the episode. Do you want to do
Yes.
another one?
One more can't hurt. Yeah, let's make it a short one then.
Uh, let's not use that one because I just realised it's about 84 pages long.
Fine.
So not what I want to do right at the end of the podcast. Uh,
Mm.
uh,
Great content right here, by the way.
fuck yeah, just silence me. So, am I the arsehole? Am I the arsehole for telling my mum that my brother has to move out if he doesn't bring his dog back?
What the fuck? Okay.
I have no right. We need context before we
Yeah,
even
we
make
can't even
make an
answer this
idea
without context. No, just no.
about about 2 years ago, my brother, 31 male, of course he's male, his brother. So 31-year-old man begged his mum,
Nice.
who's 49, to let him keep a dog in the house. She refused because she knows how irresponsible he is. So she's 24 male, female, sorry. Fuck's sake, I'm an idiot.
Nice.
Also didn't, so she didn't want a dog either because she knew she. So yeah, I didn't want a dog because I knew I would end up taking care of it. He ended up going back. He ended up going behind her back and buying a dog. Uh, anyway, my mum and I were really irritated at first, but eventually we both fell in love with the dog. My brother paid attention to the dog for about a month and then got over her. So, of course, like I knew it would happen, I ended up having to take care of her. Honestly, I started considering her mine since I was the one doing everything for her, and my brother rarely ever paid any attention to her. I got extremely attached to her. She would even sleep in my bed. I have severe depression and anxiety, and she made my day so much better whenever I was having an episode. She was the best part of my day. Last Friday, I got
Mm.
home and she was nowhere to be found. I called my mum in a panic to ask her where the dog was, and she ended up telling me that my brother had taken her to the vet. I found this extremely odd as she had never bothered as he had never bothered to take her anywhere before. Fuck off, just lost where I was. He claimed to have taken her to get neutered, but when I asked for more information, he would just get extremely defensive and say that the vet hadn't told him anything. It's been a week now since the last time I saw her, and he is claiming that the vet hasn't called to let him know any information about how the dog is doing. We ended up getting into an argument uh, about it because I asked him what vet he took her to so he could call them, so she could call them for info. But he just gets extremely angry and starts yelling at me to let the vet do their job. He told me that it was his dog in the first place and that he could do whatever he wanted with her. I don't want to think the worst, but I'm almost sure that he's told her because he needed the money for his drug habit. Something
Oh
to
my
note
god.
is that currently I'm the one paying all of the rent bills, etc. My mum has lost her job last year. She's not been able to find a new one, so I've been paying for everything. I pay for absolutely everything in this apartment. My brother is a lazy mooch who sleeps on the living room couch and just hasn't been able to hold a job down for years. I was super upset about this whole situation and told my mum that if he does not bring the dog back from wherever he took her, that I'm going to kick him out of the apartment. She got angry and told me that I didn't have the right to do that, but I told her I had every right to do that since my name's on the lease and I'm the one paying for everything. My brother overheard the conversation and is now angry that I'll kick him out and possibly make him homeless over a dog. My mum called me a heartless arsehole for choosing a dog over my own brother. Am I the arsehole for saying my brother has to leave if he doesn't get the dog back?
No.
Edit. My brother is now claiming that they sent her to hospital 2 hours away from us because she needed a knee surgery, and that his friend who originally sold him the dog is going to be taking care of her during her recovery, and that we'll get her back once she is healed. Honestly, I don't know what to believe at this point. I'm hopeful that he's telling the truth, but honestly, I don't know why he's being so defensive about it. You are not the arsehole. He is a
If that is
31.
true, yeah, no, exactly.
He's 31 living at home
Yeah,
with his
and he's not paying for
24.
rent.
Yeah, I was gonna say with his 24-year-old sister paying for everything.
Yeah,
Like your
and
mum's position,
he's a
I
drug habit,
understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a drug habit. Your mum's position, I understand. She lost her job, but he's 31, and you said he can't hold a job down. That just means he's constantly doing random shit to get fired.
yeah. And if that is true about the edit, fucking. If it's true that he was telling the truth, then he's a bit of a scummy lad for doing that. I don't think it is true because it just doesn't make sense. If that was true, he would have told. He would have told them that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it seems fake because he left it so long to reveal that piece of information.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, not the answer. Also, seeing as you said in this you have anxiety and depression, and that you know that dog made
better.
it
Yeah,
better. No, fuck your brother. He's a man child.
yeah. No, the brother. If yeah, no. How the how the title is, it makes it sound like it is the arsehole. But with everything context given, no, just if he's mooching off and you're paying for everything, kick him out.
Yeah, I like you're saying that like she said in that, she has every right to kick him out.
Exactly.
She owns that place. She can kick her mum out.
She could, yeah.
Like she said on that, her name is on the lease.
Yeah, no, she has every
She
right to
pays
kick
rent.
them out.
She could just turn around and be like, "Fuck you, mum, leave."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brother I can understand. The mum I can understand too. She lost her job and all that.
Final verdict is you are not the arsehole.
Yeah, no, I agree as well. That is not an arsehole move.
No, yeah. Well, I think we have reached the end
We have,
of
yes.
episode 5 of the Little and Large podcast.
Nice, nice.
Thank you all for listening. Stream reckless. Just stream the
I'm not
fuck
even
out
gonna
of
fucking
reckless.
acknowledge that anymore.
Follow me on Instagram. At Coleman Alfie. Lewis, do you
No.
have anything you want to plug?
Just no, not really. I'm very secluded.
Do you not want anyone to follow you on Instagram? Although
Not
the people that listen to this podcast are all of our friends.
follow me on Instagram anyway. Yeah, so boys, keep following me on Instagram then.
Unfollow Lewis.
Shambles.
Or just leave a lot of hate under his photos. I'm sorry,
That
Lewis.
would hurt me immensely.
That's just mean. Anyway, thank you for listening to the 5th episode of the Little and Large podcast.
Yeah, of course, boys. Yeah, cheers.
We will be back next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week.
We shall hopefully be next week.
And thank you all. Goodbye and fuck you.
And fuck you.